Welcome to Beyond the Implant, a 10-part series sponsored by Straumann, brought to you by Global Dental Media. Discover the latest advancements and gain the knowledge to make informed decisions about your smile transformation. Subscribe now. Over to the episode.
It seems like every day we hear about some new tech that's going to revolutionize the world, right?
It really does, doesn't it?
But you know what? Sometimes the most impactful advancements are happening in places you might not even think of. We were talking about minimally invasive dental implants today and how technology is totally transforming that whole experience. So if you've ever thought about getting implants,
right,
or even if you just want to, geek out a little bit on the latest tech, this is the deep dive for you.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable how far we've come. For a long time, the thought of getting dental implants, it was like, oh man, it was a lot of discomfort.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of downtime. It was a pretty big decision for people
to make. Yeah, I can only imagine. It's got to be a pretty daunting thing to think about. But you know what I find really exciting is how these minimally invasive techniques are really, really changing the game. Are we talking night and day difference here compared to the old school methods?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it really is night and day. The focus now is all about precision and patient comfort. If we could sort of rewind the clock a few decades, implant surgery was much more invasive.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking large incisions, a lot of times significant bone grafting was needed. Recovery times, they could be very, very lengthy.
Ouch. That's not a fun picture you're painting.
No.
So what's changed? What makes these newer techniques so much less invasive?
Well, one of the, I think, biggest game changers has been this idea of guided surgery.
Okay.
And it's really like having a roadmap for your mouth.
Okay, interesting.
But instead of paper, you've got this 3D digital model.
Oh, cool.
Created from your CT scans. And they use this model to plan out the implant placement.
Gotcha.
With incredible accuracy. I mean, we're talking before the surgery even begins.
So it's not just about having a cool 3D picture. It's about using that picture to actually guide the process.
Exactly. That's exactly it. I mean, the software allows the dentist to virtually place the implant in this model, and then they design a surgical guide that fits perfectly over your gums. And this guide makes sure that the drill and the implant are positioned exactly where they need to be.
Oh.
And that minimizes, how big the incision needs to be. And it reduces the trauma to, all the tissue around the implant.
That's pretty amazing. So instead of going in there blind, the dentist has this precise map and a special tool to follow it. It's like a GPS, but for your mouth.
You got it. A GPS for dental implants.
That's awesome.
And, that precision has a huge impact on healing. I mean, smaller incisions, less trauma to the bone, less trauma to the gums.
Right.
That means less pain, less swelling, and a much, much faster recovery.
So I've also heard that lasers are starting to play a role in this whole minimally invasive implant world too.
They are.
Which also sounds super high tech to me.
They've become incredibly versatile tools, really, in all areas of dentistry,
Okay.
But for implant procedures specifically, they can be used for a lot of things, from sterilizing the area where the implant's going to go to even managing the soft tissue. And, certain types of lasers can actually even stimulate bone growth.
Hold on.
Which is so important for...
Wait, lasers can make your bones grow faster? What?
Well, it's really interesting. Certain wavelengths of laser light can interact with the cells in a way that promotes regeneration of the tissue. So it's almost like giving your body a little boost to help it heal faster.
So it's not like Superman's heat vision. It's more like a little helper, like a bone growth cheerleader or something.
There you go. Yeah, bone growth cheerleader. I like that.
So, okay, I'm really starting to see how technology is just totally changing the game here, but we can't forget about the robots.
Ah, yes.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea of robots doing dental surgery.
I understand the skepticism. Believe me, it does sound a bit like science fiction.
It really does.
But, robotic-assisted surgery it's very real, and it's making a real difference in implant dentistry. Let's be clear. The robot is not taking over the whole show here.
Right.
The dentist is still in complete control.
So how does it work? How do they work together, the robot and the dentist?
Well, the robotic system basically acts as an extension of the dentist's hands. And what it provides is a level of precision and stability that a human hand just can't match. Imagine trying to hold, a tiny drill perfectly still for a long period of time.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much impossible for a human to do. But with the robotic assistance, that level of accuracy becomes, achievable.
So it's like having a super steady hand.
Yes.
Guiding the instrument.
You got it. Exactly. And that precision means, better outcomes for the patient, less trauma to the tissues, fewer complications, and it even opens up the possibility of placing implants in areas that might have been considered too risky with traditional methods.
So we've talked about guided surgery and lasers and robots. I mean, it's pretty clear these minimally invasive techniques have a lot of advantages over the old way of doing things. I mean, we're talking less pain, faster recovery, fewer complications. But can you kind of connect the dots for us? Like, how do these advancements actually lead to those benefits?
Sure. I mean, I think it really boils down to just minimizing the amount of trauma, during the procedure. So smaller incisions obviously mean less damage to the surrounding tissues. Guided surgery and the robotic assistance, that ensures that the implant is placed perfectly, which minimizes disruption to the bone.
Yeah.
And then lasers can be used to promote faster healing and reduce the risk of infection.
Gotcha. So basically when your body doesn't have to work as hard to recover from a big surgery, you just naturally have less pain.
Yeah.
And you can get back to your normal life quicker. It's all connected.
It is. It's all connected. It's about providing a more efficient and comfortable experience for the patient.
Right.
While still getting those, excellent results.
I'm remembering those patient testimonials that you shared with me.
Yeah.
Sarah, she was back at work the day after her implant surgery. And then there was David, who was able to enjoy his favorite steak dinner without any problems. It's like, these are real people whose lives were actually positively impacted by this stuff.
Absolutely. And those stories are really a testament to, the real world benefits that minimally invasive implant dentistry can bring. I mean, it's not just about, cool technology. It's about actually improving people's lives.
So where do we go from here? What's next for minimally invasive implants? Are we all going to be getting our implants from robots someday?
Well, that's a great question. The field's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say we're going to see even more sophisticated imaging techniques in the future.
Oh, wow.
Smarter software, and who knows, maybe even, smaller, more compact robotic systems. Maybe someday getting an implant will be as routine as getting a filling.
That's a pretty amazing thought. But for now, if you're thinking about getting dental implants, I think, talk to your dentist.
Absolutely.
About these minimally invasive options. Knowing your choices and just kind of understanding the latest technology, that can really help you make the best decision for your oral health.
Yeah.
For your smile.
It really can, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of
pleasure.
Minimally invasive dental implants. It's amazing to see how technology is shaping the future of dentistry, making these procedures easier, more comfortable, and more accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. It's very exciting.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.